You know what? Honestly, with this call, you're not making sense in my life, and I feel emotionally drained, physically drained, mentally exhausted. But I still am so afraid to hang up on you. I think I fear being alone firstly. If I hang up on you, I'll have to spend time with me, and I fear that my loneliness will kill me. I mean, my hands are tired. My shoulders are tired because I'm carrying so much of baggage. I know that I need to let you go, but I'm afraid to let you go. Even though today at present I know that I'm not happy and I'm sitting on the same spot talking to the same person who's literally draining the hell out of me, tolerating the same shitty behavior, but I'm hoping for a better future for some odd reason. Am I romanticizing in that way? Am I not seeing things for what they are? I should hang up on you. I should get up, live my life, and be in my solitude, and then realize life can be better. So you know what I'm gonna do? It's 2024. I've tolerated you for years. I think it's time that I let you go, and I'm sorry. I know it hurts to let you go, and it's gonna be a task to let you go, because I'm carrying you for over 20 years or maybe 30 or 40 years, and I know, but I feel very drained. I feel exhausted, and I want to live my life. I want to be free. I feel like I've caged myself on this seat with you, and I just can't take it anymore. So you know what I'm gonna do? It's 2024. I will have the courage to let you go and hang up on you, because my future deserves better, and my future will only get better once I hang up on you, or once I get up from the seat and realize life is much better, and once I stop fearing being in solitude. Like, being in solitude should be good, right? Like, I should be happy living in my body with myself and spending time with myself. So you know what? It's 2024. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna listen to Empower Her, and I'm gonna learn things from Drishti and make sure my future becomes brighter. So yeah, I'm willing and I'm ready to hang up on my past, because I know I've got Empower Her. Hi my beautiful and empowered beings, and welcome to another episode of Empower Her. Hang up on your past. Why are you still on the call? Why are you tolerating that? Why are you carrying such emotional baggage about your past, over your past? Hang up, drop the telephone down, okay? Because you deserve the present to be about feeling free, experiencing new things, experiencing new moments in a better new way, instead of from the projection and the limitation of your past and even the hurt from your past. So let's learn how to hang up on your past and live a life that is truer in the present, that is better, and experiencing each moment as they come. Hanging up your past and holding on to yourself at present, and embracing and creating a better future. Let's get to it. Yes, whatever they did was shitty. It's not justified, but you're still carrying on to that pain. That's self-betrayal. That's living in this body, but with a lot of negativity, with a lot of bitterness, with a lot of fogginess, and a lot of darkness inside you. But how can you step forward in your present and future? By embracing that, accepting that you have that darkness inside you, the anger, the bitterness, the blame, the victimhood, and you feel it so that you can breathe into it and release it. Let's see how we can do. Now I get it that person rejected you, so you're stuck in this blame game. How could that person cheat on me, or how could that person leave me? So you start thinking in a way that maybe something is wrong with them, or maybe something is wrong with me. When you say something is wrong with me, then you start taking actions for yourself. Only if I become hotter, I'm gonna show it off to him, and then he'll come back crying and crawling on, just to prove a point to that person who did not value you. The problem isn't that you tried to work on yourself. The problem is the intention behind working on yourself was completely wrong. Talk about you holding on to your past physically and emotionally. Physically meaning that they're still around in your life. Emotionally, that you still carry the trauma, the bitterness, the blame of something that happened 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 month ago. Okay, that's what I mean when I say physically and emotionally. Now physically, if you still have past in your present, you are still not free from that past. You're so afraid to let them go. Why? You ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Why are you still holding on to the past? Even if that means unfollowing them on social media, because you still somehow want to check up on them, and you still somehow want them to check up on you through your stories or through the likes. That means you're still dwelling in your past. You're not moving forward in your life and embracing the new. Little by little, learn to let go of your past. It could be some memories. Maybe he gifted you something, but whenever you see that thing, you get reminded of the same situation. You let that thing go. Gift it to somebody else that could be benefited from it. You let other people use them, because even the clothes and the gifts that you still have around, they carry some memories and they carry some energy. What you want is to clear off that energy, and how you do that? Little by little, you start decluttering. You start seeing all the gifts and giving them away. And it's going to be hard, but there's going to be a release. The reason you're still holding on to it, because somehow you feel it's serving you right. Because your present deserves new things, and your future deserves the freshness that you're not giving into your present. On a surface level, you are unbiased and not affected by it. But then when it comes to you unfollowing or throwing away something from your past, you're still very reluctant. Then you ask yourself, what memories am I still holding on to it? And I'll tell you what, you feel if you let go of the past, you will have to let go of the person that you were. You've still identified, if you still created your identity based on who you were. So if you want to create a new identity, you have to let go of the past version of you as well. Because that past version was doing the best, but your future self deserves better. And how can that happen? It can only happen once you start detaching from the past version of you completely. You're still carrying so much of bitterness and trauma and blame. You're still carrying on to those negative vibrations. Why do you think you'll find a healthy relation? Because you are not being healthy for yourself. Now let's get to work and see how you can hang up on your past. First thing first, acknowledgement. There is pain, there is hurt, there is resentment. I was hurt. I would hate to accept it, but I was hurt. I let somebody else hurt me. Acknowledge there's pain inside you. Something happened and you related that something, it triggered you to something that happened 10 years ago. So it's not letting you live your life at present in a fresher way, in a bright and relaxed way, because you're still tied to your past. You acknowledge, okay, there was hurt. The reason I'm bitter is because I was holding on to the hurt, but it's time for me to let it go. And also secondly, the weight that you're carrying on your shoulders, it's weighing you down, it's bringing you down, and it's holding you back. So you realize that for you to break free, you have to unpack, unload, and let the past stay in the past so that you can move forward in your life. Second step is you start forgiving the past. You feel that if I forgive, that means I'm justifying what that person did, and that makes him right. No. Forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness is a freedom you give to yourself. Whatever that person did, that person betrayed you. I get it. Wasn't justified. They hurt you truly. But what you're doing right now, even after 10 years of you carrying that pain, you are betraying yourself. You are denying yourself of the happiness, of the freedom that you could give. For my own sanity and for my own happiness, I'm willing to forgive them. If you don't forgive and you still cling on to the past, you carry a lot of pain. And what that does is, imagine you have so much of pain inside you, okay, building up because you don't know how to release it. Because that energy, the low energy, wants to get out. How will it get out? Through the injuries, through the pain. If you don't release, if you don't forgive, you're still carrying energetically in your body. Third step, reflecting on the lessons learned. Now you can't move forward if you don't even see and realize what did you actually learn from the past and the mistake you did. You're utilizing that pain to your power. Life is a journey and you're meant to learn lessons. The soul has its own journey. You have no idea the journey it is coming from, but in this life and in this time, that soul being in your body, that soul is supposed to learn some lessons. It's supposed to grow on a spiritual level. So whatever lesson that you do encounter in this life, Just know what is my spiritual growth, what is my spiritual lesson here. Now, whatever challenges you faced or whatever challenge you're facing, they are shaping you and making you a better person. Let's talk about the past. That person hurt you. But out of that entire relation, something good must have come out. Out of that relation, out of that pain, something you would have learned. Like, I'll give you my example. Okay, there was this relation went on for 3.5 years. It was so toxic for the both of us. When that relation broke, I didn't break it. I was abandoned, I was just left, blocked. But I needed that lesson. That relation was based only off lack of self-love. And now that I have a relation with myself and my current partner, it's based on self-love. But there are things that you must have learned through your past. Maybe they taught you to become who you are, to be a better version, to create confidence in yourself, to be more independent, to find your why, to find your purpose. Maybe that pain happened. Some people, they break up and they start working out on their body, because again they took that pain and use it, and the life will keep striking with the same lesson till the time you learn it. The fourth step, letting go of regret and letting go of guilt. Regret is feeling sorry about the action that you did or the decision you made. Guilt is feeling responsible for causing the harm. Fifth point, show compassion to yourself. Instead of dwelling into the same mistake, you realize that, hey, you're human to make mistakes. You realize that you did your best at that time in that past version. Whatever you did was the best thing you could do for yourself. So I forgive you, and it's okay. Show compassion and show the same kind of kindness you show to other people, because you and your inner child deserves kindness. You tell yourself, hey, listen, we did the best we could and I'm so proud of you. It's okay, we made mistake, but let's learn the lesson and move forward in a better way, and I forgive you. Your inner dialogue dictates the environment you're creating in your body. So imagine if you're not creating the right environment for yourself in this home, then what's going to happen is you're bound to neglect it by smoking up or drinking and just being numb to the pain instead of coming home to your body and realizing you needed that. So show compassion to yourself. I know you did your best, but let's move forward, and I'm with you. You show compassion to yourself. Chapter 6. You build a future version of you. Like, you close your eyes and you try to vision your future self. What is that future self doing? Is she caged by the same limitations that you are feeling right now? No. When you envision her, you realize that she's free from that baggage. She's free from the cage that you were putting at present. She's free from that. You've done the work and you see and you envision a future that's hopeful and that's brighter. That girl in the future is living her truth and living her life. She has the perfect relation, a healthy relation. She's not bound by any limited belief. She's not bound by the baggage of the past. She's living freely. She's doing what she dreams of doing. She's making her dreams come into reality. You envision her, and then you open up your eyes and see where you are at present, and see for you to feel what she's feeling, free from the limitations and free from the past. You start working on that right now. You start writing the forgiveness. You start working on forgiveness, giving yourself. You start working on the past and the past traumas right here, right now, because you see and you can see your future self living the best life. Seventh step, you start working with your therapist. How do I say it to make you believe that if you can't do it by yourself, it's okay to seek guidance. Don't let the ego come in between. And I'll give you my example. She made me firstly realize that I have fear of intimacy, which I wasn't aware about. That fear got created through multiple reasons. Who knows? God knows why. She made me feel like that irrational thought in my head was this much, but in reality it was just like a dot. So the fear just went off. I said, you know what? I think nobody will love me because of this. And she was like, Drishti, do you hear yourself and do you realize how irrational you sound? After that session, I was like, wait, what? And then she explained how if you could let go of this, the feeling, the fear of intimacy, and this irrational belief that you will not find love because of this issue, once I dropped that and I started working on what intimacy means to me. Then I had a Pinterest board, okay? And you're not kidding, I will show you the wallpaper also. And this is where things get very interesting and magical. This was the picture that I chose for myself. I hope you can see. For me, intimacy meant feeling the closeness, because I could never be close to somebody. I would always find reasons to push them away, and I did not want people or my partner to see me fully. But all I'm trying to say is I had fear of intimacy, that I didn't want people to come so close to me. I felt suffocated, and more than suffocated, I didn't trust anybody to enter my field, period. Okay, so I had to work on myself. For me, it was having somebody I can hold on to and trust, and hold my man, to trust him that he's going to lead me. So I started seeing intimacy and started feeling positive things, like seek professional help, because your therapist can help you unpack so much, and you can't do everything just by yourself. So it's okay to seek therapy. I just shared my experience, and I hope that motivates you to start working on yourself and start seeking a good therapist for yourself. Last step is creating your own narrative. Imagine, because of my past, somebody cheated on me, and I started saying, I don't deserve love. Men always cheat, men always lie. I've labeled that somewhere in my mind, in my subconscious. What you give out, you get back. So in my past, I was saying that I'm not worthy of love. The moment I started changing that narrative to, I am love, I radiate love, I'm open to love, love is safe and love is beautiful, I started changing the narrative. You start changing the narrative about anything that is holding you back, even if it's men for that matter. Men are healthy, men are beautiful. I only attract men that are high value. I love the conversation, I love their mindset. You start narrating a different story. You start creating a narrative that works in your favor, and you start saying it over and over every day. Repetition, you will start creating a new narrative inside your mind. And you start living with that narrative, and you see the universal law is this: what you give out, you get back. So if you give out fear, you get back fear. But if you give out love, you get back love. It's as simple as that. I'm going to end it by giving you action steps you can do to start releasing and start forgiving yourself, and start forgiving that person that hurt you, because you deserve to feel lighter and to feel free in your life. बीती को भूल, आगे की सोच आज में कर. Forgive and forget the past. Think about your future and take the actions right now and present. If you read, just get this book, Mirror Work by Louise. Heal Your Life by Louise. You can unpack so much, how to release and how to let go of the past and how to forgive yourself. First step, as I said in the starting, what you do is anything that's related to your past, any items that you have packed inside, shoved inside, you take them out. Ex gifted you, and you still are holding on to it with your memories. Energetically, you take them out one day. Take them out. If it's a letter, start tearing up the letter. The release you'll feel just by tearing that letter would be beautiful. If you have certain items like clothes that you can't tear, and I wouldn't recommend you destroy, because there are people in need of such items. So how about you donate that? So what you do it with the memory that was lingering, right? The past memory that was lingering. What you do is utilize that energy in creating something good and giving that item for charity. Thirdly, if you have that person in your social media, just get rid of them. And if you're not able to do that, you ask yourself, what memories am I still holding on to related to my past? Why is it difficult for me to hold on to? Why is it difficult for me to let go of my past? You get to know yourself, because that means you have still identified yourself with the past. So letting go of that past memory means letting go of that part of you. So you realize where the reluctancy is coming from, and you learn your why and you let it go. With your time, in your own time, nobody should be forcing you to do it, but it's time that you should do it. You start doing it. Secondly, about forgiveness, write a letter to that person, forgiving them. You don't have to seek forgiveness from that person verbally or digitally. You have to forgive in your heart. Write a letter, okay? Write it, because the more you write, the more it becomes clear to you, and it's gonna help you release in a much better way. I am angry at you because you fill it up. Or I'm hurt because you did whatever. I'm so afraid because you, and fill in the reason. You start writing it. If it's related to somebody who cheated on you, I am so mad at you. I'm so angry that you did that to me. I loved you with all my heart, and this is how you repaid me. I didn't expect for you to do that, but you still did. And I know you haven't even apologized, but it's okay. You know what? I don't deserve to stay in the past and linger on to it. I release you and I release the past. Create a safe space, like put some good music, be in your room wherein you feel safe, and you start writing. If you're not able to forgive, just write, I'm willing to forgive. Third step, write a letter to yourself. Forgive yourself. I forgive you, and I want to see you thrive in life. So something related to whatever you want to write now, you write it for yourself. You write a letter to yourself, forgiving yourself. I know that you were hurt, but you were doing the best you could, and I forgive you. I forgive you for doing that, because you were doing the best, and maybe we had to learn that lesson for ourselves. So yeah, I'm willing to release and I'm willing to forgive you, and now I'm willing to show compassion to you, because I want to create a relation with you being with yourself, okay, with your inner child. Next step, there are so many meditations of forgiveness on YouTube. Type in Louise Say meditation on forgiveness. I'm going to pin it in the description below as well, and you start every day, little by little, start forgiving. And just know the release and the forgiveness will take time. It's not just going to happen one day. Little by little you start doing it, and you start realizing that you feel lighter and better. And the more you forgive, the more you have cleared that energy, and you will no longer attract such people in your life. So you do it because you want to attract better things in your life, and you can only do that once you're not carrying the baggage inside you energetically, okay? In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole and complete. Change is the natural law of my life. I welcome change. I'm willing to change. I choose to change my thinking, and I choose to change the words I use. I move from the old to the new with ease and with joy. It's easier for me to forgive than I thought. Forgiving makes me feel free and makes me feel light. It is with joy that I learn to love myself more and more. The more resentment I release, the more love I have to express. Changing my thoughts makes me feel good. I'm learning to choose to make today a pleasure to experience. All is well in my world. Okay, so my empowered beings, I hope this episode was helpful, and I hope you start releasing the past and realizing you do not have to carry your past and the past traumas in your present and in your future. I'm going to see you the next time. Stay well, stay beautiful, and keep forgiving yourself and keep forgiving the people, even if they didn't come and say sorry to you. I love you, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.